And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
I like how I can't go into the one place, like, cause I don't have the expansion, so it's so creepy to see it and be like, that's an expansion that I don't have access to anymore. I don't have access to that. I'm not cool enough no more. But anyways, he felt kind of, he's like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm not being dumb and that I'm just missing out on things. Like, no, don't worry about it. I was like, if you're worried about trying to survive in PvE, just put Berserker on. Put Berserker or Harry on. That's healing, and Berserker is, you know, basically high DPS. So you're just basically hitting hard, and then Harrier is also healing, so you can use healing stats for yourself and more. But normally Berserker will get you through mostly in the in open world just fine. Gives you a little bit of toughness and makes it to where you can actually like not die instantaneously. I'm trying to decide if I should do heart missions or if I should just run around getting waypoints and interest points and visas. Because I'm about to lose the privilege. You know what? We're just gonna run it. We're gonna run it. We're just gonna run around and collect all of this stuff. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna go around collecting all of the points of interest and the waypoints. Visas I can get because these are the starting points. So most of the visas are in normal places. They're like in places you can kind of get to via parkour. Since we did all of Tyria without mounts the first time we ever did it. So... Huh? Only in the guild hall. Our guild hall has them now because our scribe master got them. They're really cool. But we can't use we can't use them in in open world, yeah. Oh, it makes me feel so sad doing that. But I was like, I need to get to the water. Someone's died. Who's died? No, I have to go that way anyways. I think they were hiding in this corner. Oh, they're gone now. I think they were trying to get in here too. I don't really need to come back. I don't remember if this has a point of interest or not, but I felt like it did. Bad neighborhood completed. Funny. But so yeah, as I was trying to say before I started giggling to myself about it, like I know the waypoints are the ones I'm kind of worried about, because or the hearts I'm worried about. I don't want to stop and do them because they'll take a minute, and most of them are near hearts, so or near waypoints, so I can do them. Which one is this up? Hold up. Okay, there. I don't think anyone, no one's here to deal with it, but I thought I'd shout it. There may be people going after that achievement. I am too squishy, I cannot help. Squishy. Gotta give them credit. They put a lot of effort into the bouncing mechanic of the of you being in your saddle. Look at that. I cheesed that. I didn't have to swim through the water because all I did was use raptor bounce. Nothing special, but I think it's funny because it's like I had to walk around that last time I did this game. I had to actually swim. I'm glad I don't have to swim. Swimming in this game without mounts is going to be a mile and a half because there are a lot of Tyria maps that have lakes in between one side of the map and the other. Not like, oh, it'll take you forever, but it's kind of just like, oh man, I miss being able to be here 1 minute and on the other side in like 5.6 seconds. Nice. Another heart. Points of interest? There's one in the building. I think it's the building I passed. Oh no, it's under it's this building. It's the refinery. I like the way they did this. This looks very nice and themed. It seems on brand. For the time. We're making laps. We have only like 46 minutes before the raptor goes out. Trying to get as many of these points as I can, locations and things. Oh, yeah. Do I need anything else from there? No. Okay. Sorry, I was waiting for my thing to allow me to actually run again. We're trying. Hello, Timini. Fuck off. Hope you choke on your hooves. Rude. I was telling a guildmate that recently they were like, they were talking about how mean the Tamiru were with them because they're new. And I was like, they're assholes. Do you need me to help come kill them? I'll do it. I volunteer as tribute. And she goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. She goes, no, I don't want to bother you. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I have beef. I have beef. I have never forgiven them for the pain and suffering they put me through as a new player. Just give me an excuse. I'll come out there with my legendary bow and I will cause problems. I still stand by that word. All they have to do is call. I'll be like, and I'm coming. I had one guildmate a while back when I was an officer. When I was just a basic recruiting officer. And they were having problems with the higher tier Taminis, like being an issue. And they called for help because they were having problems. And when they yeah, keep me with it. When they were having problems with the higher tier Taminis, they asked me if I would come help, and I said, yeah, where? When? Behemoth is here. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen... This is the smallest amount of players I've ever seen do Shadow. Ever. No, that's wrong. There was one time where I saw it, and there was... it was reset, and a lot of people got kicked. or there was an update patch or something. But that was it. That was it. This is the smallest group I've ever seen. Ever. Sorry, I was standing on the red circle he spawned. Here right away. And I wish I was a druid. I could heal then. I could heal myself and others. I'm gonna have to get a commander tag for this character. I'm gonna have to start farming for gold on this character too. God, that's gonna be so much work. Okay, now I get divine. I mean, this is kind of okay, because I need the healing anyways. Stood there a little bit on my healing stuff. Man. Teamwork gets kills combos as an ally. Oh. I don't know who my ally was, but we did a combo because we are amazing. I'm gonna do my special for my Drake. I know I'm standing on it. There are very few people that are in guilds right here, but maybe because a lot of them are new, I bet. Or not new, but in young characters, young toons. Gotta sit back here a lot. Unless we've got no healers in the group, really. I'm not using any. Unfairness though, this is probably the least laggy that this fight's ever been. It must just not be a very busy moment. It must be really late or early in the night for them. Ooh.
Protected. Here I come.
There we go. There we go, there we go. Someone is over there. Someone got thrown. There we go. There we go. Oh, someone got knocked down. Someone's still fresh. getting. Alright, let's go. Around the arms. Very generously. Sky skills come in. Oh, he's too close. That one that's on the boss, he's too close to the AoE. Unless someone had a pull, there was no way to get him out. I'm so sad. Upy daisies. Let's stay down. The fact that the teeth wiggle to me is gross. I don't like it. Move. Gotta put that spirit down. Go get that one. This one's really close to the boss. That is one slide into the boss and you are gone. The circles are very useful. Wakey, get up.
I appreciate it.
I'm doing only 100. That sucks. I don't even have a pull. I can't like pull somebody out. Waiting. There we go. There we go. Woo. Who knew that the behemoth would be my first boss in this playthrough? Because in my first one that I ever did, it was the worm. Did we make it before we said? I don't know. Now that you mention it, I don't know. I actually don't know if they made it before reset because it's 8 o'clock right now, which means it's reset. And I am that little lady, so I don't have access to the wizard tower anymore. So I don't like know. I have no explanation for that. Oh my word. He's got the raptor with the fat tail. It wouldn't bother me to have if the raptor, the one with the scale on it, scale and mail, whatever it is, also had like just different sets of armor, because the armor for me looks really uncomfortable to sit on. Imagine trying to sit on a chain-mailed or armor-plated raptor in the desert, because that's where these guys come from. It'd be hot. Your biscuits would literally be burning. You would be like toasty having buns ever. You'd never have to tan your butt ever. Just sitting on the raptor's saddle would be enough. You'd have to just sit there for 2 minutes, let it sit out in the sun for a little bit, and then just walk outside, sit on it, and be like, and I'm done. Tanning's over. I'm just saying, okay? God. I also found, when I first went into Queensdale and the human territory, I thought the human territory, and I still think this, it is the most boring area ever. But it's because it has all these like skinny trees and stuff. I like trees that are big and tall and they have like lots of branches and stuff. Like the big kind ones. Like the ones in Drizzlewood are really cool looking. Or even from the Grove where they're tall, like with mushrooms and things. They just kind of look skinny. And I know these trees are everywhere. So I ain't gonna crap too much on the trees, but they're everywhere. It's just constant. But I found this area to be the most boring looking. But I also, I won't be lying, I'm biased because I find the human race to be the most boring class to play. There is benefits to all of them, mind you, so no shame to anyone who chooses to main as a human. If that's what you like and you're into it, good for you. I don't like it. I think it's because for me, being basically a young elf sounds way more fun. Or even being a cynical Surin. Char is okay too. I had a hard time getting into Char. When I made a Char character, but I couldn't get really into them because the problem with them, in my opinion, they're cute looking and cool looking and like cool design and all. Is I can't get behind the warlike mannerisms that they possess, as a race. But as I went through my own story, I came across like Rox and other Char that are not the same. You know, they're not so samey. And then it's like, oh, okay, so they're not like all like that. Some of them are much more relaxed or jokey. They're still just as warlike and just as vicious, but they are much more relaxed about all things. I kind of like that. Kind of like that they're kind of relaxed about it. I think Rox is my favorite as far as a Char, only because her sense of humor is very on par with my own. And I kind of find it funny. Okay, so we're going back because I'm trying to go on the outskirts of it all. Oh my gosh, 24 minutes. I'm gonna have to walk on foot. I'm so sad. It'll be okay, but still. I also don't have the mastery to move about Tyrio quickly either. That's the other thing too. I kind of like that in the story there are groups of people that are not necessarily good or bad. Like the main characters in the story, the different nations stuff are not good or bad. They're just nations. So like the Tamiri, for instance, are just a race of of like centaurs that are trying to just make their own lives. That doesn't mean that they aren't causing problems and stirring up wars and stuff. But they also, it's kind of like a long time beef with everybody. You know, so it's not like it's not a one-way street. You know, they're not just the bad guys. They're the bad guys because of XYZ. You know, they're not the bad guys because they are just monsters. They're bad guys because they've been pushed to that point, right? I like the fact that there are groups that are tribes in the game that have motivations for what they're doing. Right or wrong doesn't matter. It's the fact that they have motive and that their motives make sense. Well, like, that's another thing too. Skrits are another tribe in the game that you can see both friendly and otherwise. But like I was saying, that some centaur groups are also really nice too. I guess I could go ahead and do this visa so I don't have to come back in here. Because this one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, he's in submissive state, so this is the best time to go get it. Someone came in here and cleaned house. I will take the cleaning of house. So yeah, it's one of those things, right? That, like, I like it. I like the diversity in the game where some tribes are good, sometimes are, like, for instance, a lot of the Quaggan are very good and sweet, and the only time they ever seem vicious is if you piss them off, or if they get branded. You know, like, they become minions. If they don't become minions or you haven't pissed them off, they are just the sweetest of peaches, right? But most of the tribes in the game are they are unique because they have dynamics and they have reasons and motives and stuff. I like it. I'm watching my timer. Came back to this vineyard recently to do a thing. I came back to this vineyard recently to do Skyscale. I was getting food for the the Wizard Tower demons that are the ambassadors. It was nice. It was really nice. Ooh, birthday cake! I'm gonna take it. I don't know whose birthday cake it is. I don't care. Eat it. I'm desperate. I'm weak. Frail. I'm going to this man's field. Imagine being a Saurian and then walking into someone's field and then being like, "Get out of the cow's field!" But I must tail the pail. Look at the cow. He's chewing. It's this innocent little humanoid plant person just being like genuinely horrified, like, but I must. Mother won't love me if I don't tell her about all the crap I've seen. I must speak of everything. Divinity was also the second city I think I've ever been to when I first entered, because I came up this way trying to find a way around to Ghost, who is playing a Surin. And I was trying to get into his territory, and I didn't realize there was a door there, so I came all the way up to Cleansdale, was going to go to Divinity. He's like, "What are you doing? You're going the wrong way." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Not that way, this way." And he ended up guiding me there, and eventually I think he met me halfway at some point because I got lost. But we ended up meeting, and then we went through the Savarian place, and then we went to the Asuran's place to do all of the completions and stuff. And then after that, we just went. We just picked a map, ran, and that was that. I'm so sad about that. I know it's not forever. It's just for now. But still, sadness. I peeled through all of these maps so well. I also like that most of the open world, I had someone say, "I don't know where to go." I'm like, "Follow the main roads." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, follow the main roads." They're like, "Everything's on the main road?" I'm like, no, not everything. But a majority of the things you'll find for map completions on the main road. And I'm like, if you go through the main roads, you'll eventually get to all of the stuff. And when you get to all the stuff, you'll be able to, you know, it'll become easier. And I was like, there are some trick spots, but you'll come across them and you'll eventually figure out Or you can ask, because I did tell them they can ask about them. Why are you here? I know that they're being attacked inside. But, like, why are you inside this area? Or inside that tower? There's nowhere to run. Let's see. Is there any waypoints I'm missing? I'm missing one. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's over here. I think I'm gonna land over here. I don't know what other visas and points of interest I'm missing, but it'll be okay. Any points of interest I'm missing, I can get. This one doesn't have water on it. But the waypoints I need, because this will make things a lot easier if I can teleport between them. Yeah, I missed the... I didn't go into the waterfall area. I think there's a waterfall one here. Then we're going here. I've probably gotten farther if I had stopped. I hadn't stopped and done hearts, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did, because it makes it to where I don't have to remember which maps I've done. I'll know that the map that I'm on, that current state, isn't finished, you know? Alright. Points of interest I'm missing. I don't see anything. You can hover over things. There's one. There's two there. Yeah, I think those is 18, 19, 19. There's one more. I think it's in the mountain over here. I think it's over here. Yep. I bet you think it is. Because there's a path that leads back behind that building. Because I remember it. Because I used it as a farm one time to get just a little bit of XP left before I moved on to the next map. Plus there's a visa this way. Wow, this looks way different. Very vivid. But then again, I haven't went to the worm one very often. Let me see. I like how they're just there, chilling. I don't know if it's down below this or above this. I feel like it's up here because there's harpies up here. Alright. Let's go. I'm more worried about things hitting me off my mount in here. These guys are they're not stronger than me, but there's a lot of them. Okay, cool. Okay, so maybe it's in the lower cave.
You're kidding, right?
I feel like it's here somewhere. And I hate to waste my mount doing it, but I'm almost positive that this one was a pain to get to, because I'd had to run through it. I think the only reason I ran through it was because Dax was behind me, or Ghost was behind me, speed boosting me. with his one skill. He had one skill at the time that would do a little bit of speed, but it wasn't much. It's not the skill he uses now where he just speed bunts everybody. It's hilarious. He'll get them speed. He did that one time during Halloween. He ended up getting a ton of them boosted, and he was boosting them through the Halloween maze, just speeding them because they were all on foot, and just pushing them along, and just acting all a fool. It was really funny because they were all having fun. They were all running super fast because they were all complaining about the fact that they couldn't run with him because he was so fast and he was running ahead a little bit. But he'd run ahead, tag a few things, and not damage them. Well, they wanted to run together. Well, he said, "Oh, okay." Well, so he ended up running with them, and he ended up getting behind them and boosting them all the way, so they were moving as quickly as he could as well, because he just stood behind the group and just sped them up and moved them along. And by doing this, they got to A, stay as a group, B, stay and be friendly, have fun. But also on top of that, they got to do some real fun things. I think he even had said that one of the players then asked him about scrapper builds or NG builds or something, because he now wanted to be able to keep up and do that and be that fast. And I find that funny, but I've seen people do that before too, where they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so fast, I want it," But it was kind of funny because he converted at least one person to be a certain scrapper with him. Alright, and let's see. We have this one up here. And like I said, I'm avoiding all the visas right now just so I can use up my time. Oh my god, I have 10 minutes on it. This is so sad. I'm legitimately like, oh, I'm gonna lose it. It'll be okay. Like, I'm not gonna let it ruin my fun. I got really farther than I did the first time I played it for 2 or 3 hours, because I had the boost. So, that's something. Yeah. I'm missing one point of interest. Maybe I have to go to this town. I think I have to go to this town and go in this door they have, because I think his house is important. No, I didn't do any heart missions. I just did all the the points of interest and waypoints, and I'll do the visas next. I just wanted to be able to run, so now I have all those the waypoints open, so I can teleport to them to do the hearts and everything else I need to do. Yeah, that's my idea. And hero points.